First off, can you just begin with that first touchdown you had, how it kind of felt to get that out of the way, and then as well as, I don't know if you know, but at some point you actually had exactly 110 yards. You being 110-meter hurdler, I mean, kind of a cherry on top, I think.
With the first touchdown, I think just as an athlete, it gives you confidence and the ability to kind of get into a rhythm and a flow and make plays. So it felt kind of good. My first touchdown, in an official game in Autzen and in college, so it felt pretty good. And I didn't really know that stat, but that's pretty cool too.
Devon, how does the mentality you take in the big track race maybe translate and carry over into the mentality you take in the big football game?
It's a lot different, but I think I try to just stay focused, and I know that my preparation, leading up to that point, I've done a lot to prepare for it, so I don't really have to do too much. Just kind of go out there and have fun and play or run. So it's nothing too similar. Football is a lot different from track. In football, it's more of a attack and hit and run mentality, and hurdles is more finesse.
Tyson. Then I asked Marcus if you guys were developing a little bit more of a chemistry with each other. He kind of said, yeah, he was open. How were you getting open on those two touchdowns?
The first one I think was Deepa, and we schemed it out to where I would have to cut across the safety's face, and actually the safety just jumped on the bubble motion, and so I just ran straight, and that was easy. So that was an easy pass for Marcus and easy catch for me. It was wide open. And then the second one, it was a kind of the same concept, and then I just happened to be wide open again.
How open do you have to be for Marcus to get you the ball?
Hopefully every time I'm wide open, so it makes it easier on him. But, I'm sure, there's a lot of times when Marcus trusts me to go make a play, and, that's kind of what we're doing, kind of building chemistry. We've only been working, for during spring, a few months in the fall, a few months in the spring over summer and stuff like that. So we're getting better.
On the back.
Hey, Devon, the early moments of the third quarter, and you guys are on the sideline. You may or may not be watching the defense, but how much of a sense were you getting from your guys that they were getting a little boost from the defense doing what they were doing, shifting the momentum with a sack and a tip pass and those kinds of things to force their offense off the field?
Yeah, actually, the guys on the sideline were really, hyped up and excited during defensive play because we all watched the game. And, once that happens, it's kind of our turn to go out there and make a play. And, when we get that momentum, it makes everything easier. You get a little more adrenaline and, it makes it more, you play a little bit faster, you play a little bit harder for your teammates.
Rico and Chris are now in the glass. Anyone else talk to them?
Rick? Didn't have a lot of success running the football in the first half. Coming into the game this week, did you see during the game preparations that there was going to be some opportunity for you to be actively involved in the game to the level that you were?
Well, we schemed to pass the ball a little bit more than usual. Our run game is always pretty good. I think once we started getting our tempo and playing Oregon football like we do, we kind of opened up the run game again, and that's where we saw some big runs and some open lanes in the past game and some time, for Marcus to throw the ball. Once we got them a little bit tired, they didn't blitz, they didn't rush as many people, and that made it a little bit easier for us. So we just kept doing that third quarter, fourth quarter, and that got us going.
Ryder, so these first couple games, pretty much how you thought, or have you exceeded even your own expectations to this point?
It's kind of hard to say. I'm excited. I feel blessed and lucky to go out there and play every day. And whenever, as an athlete, as a receiver, as a running back, any position, we go out there whenever we get the ball, we want to score. So it's not really exceeding it, but hopefully I can continue to play, well and keep getting better.
Last one for Devon right here, Jake. Last week you come out wearing 13. This week you come out in 5. Is there a reason for the change?
Actually, me and Troy are on special teams together, so it just makes things easier. So we don't have to, last week I had like a zip-up jersey I had to put on, to run out there on the field. It just makes things easier for me to be a different number, so I can just go in and out when needed.
Thanks, Devon.
Yep. Thanks, guys.
Eric, you want to move over one seat? We got Troy and Eric. Ryan.
Troy, how much did you have to overcome physically?
Hold on, I can't hear you. You got to speak up.
Troy, how much did you have to overcome physically to get back out there in the second half?
I still couldn't hear you.
How much did you have to overcome physically to get back out there in the second half?
I mean, a lot. I was banged up, but I just didn't want to let my teammates down at all. So I seen him out there and his energy and everything, so I just had to overcome it and get back out there to play to help my team out.
Right here.
For Eric, can you describe the interception you had early on in that game and how that broke down, and then also at the end of that play we got hit in front of the help
Yeah, just playing my coverage. We had a lot of deep balls this week. So Coach Neal, I was talking about going to attack the ball, and I think I'm one of the best in the country going up and get the ball. So like when the ball in there, it's kind of like natural reaction that I just go get it. After the play, I looked up and looked to the right, and he was right there. So he hit me pretty hard, but I got up and shook it off. That's it, really.
Sure, I'll ask Erick and Troy, just defending that passing game. Clearly they run the ball pretty decently, but they wanted to try to beat you guys in the secondary. What overall do you think worked?
Preparation, coming together. We got an All-American corner, but we also got other corners that can play and other DBs. So I think everybody trying to play the EFO level makes the people around them better. So we can stop the pass in the run. So we're just coming out each week and playing together. Communication,
Troy, do you want to answer that?
I mean, I feel like just our preparation throughout the week and what the coaches do for us and putting us in certain type of situations throughout the week, that kind of prepared us for the passing game. And like you said, we got an All-American corner, and everybody want to play up to that standard. He set the tone, and everybody want to play to that standard. And everybody want to be the best, because when the opportunity comes, we just want to excel. So that's all our secondary.
Back here, Eric, can you just talk about you got the interception early, but then in the third quarter, some of your teammates on defense sort of helped change the momentum, especially to give the offense, good field position. Just was there a moment where you felt like, yeah, we're starting to click?
Yeah, definitely. Our defense is the unit, and we always got to be there for each other. And I think that game kind of like showed it. We faced a lot of adversity up front. They're running the ball. Next thing you know, they passing. So coming together, we got a great D line. Eric Armstead, he had a great game, and the rest of the D line getting a lot of pressure. When you get a lot of pressure, it rattles the quarterback and forces him to make throws he really don't want to throw.
Warren in the back.
Eric, you guys have heard the conversations about playing a physical team. Will this quell maybe some of those conversations, at least for now, that you were able to overcome this big physical team from the Big Ten?
Yeah. Michigan State is a physical team, and they're big, but yet we put on our pants the same, we put on our cleats the same, So at the end of the game, you got to just line up and play. And at the end of the game, you pick your head up and see who won. And I think for our defense, we stepped up in our offense, fought through some things, and we came together. So I think as far as playing physical teams, we can do it. We're more fast, but we're also physical. So I wouldn't say we're soft or anything. It's just making a statement.
Any more for Troy? Okay. Troy, you seem to have, in recent memory, the best game you've had in a long time. What factored into that, and what helped you elevate?
I mean, really just all the adversity that I've been through kind of just set the tone for me, and that's just been my mindset throughout the whole year, through camp and everything, just been trying to bounce back and show everybody that I'm not that person, you know what I'm saying, and trying to make the most of this opportunity that God gave me. He gave me that second chance, so I'm just trying to take it and run with it, really.
Any more?
Andrew. Troy and Eric, what do you guys think of Cisse? It's one of his first big actions when he comes in and wins.
I feel like Cisse is a great competitor, and he stepped up when he needed to. He filled in the role when I was out and when things weren't going right, so he filled up, and I feel like he was a great competitor, and he's going to be something special for Oregon in the future when his time is called at all times. So I feel like Cisse going to be a good player.
Opportunity presented itself, and he stepped up and rose to the challenge. So I think he's a bright young individual, and he got a bright future, as Troy was saying. But he practiced like that. He run with the ones. Like if somebody go down, Cisse's next up. So I think like his preparation and practice, he just fell back to his level of training and was able to play. We needed him. He stepped up.
Time for one more. Nobody? Sorry, I didn't see it. You're in my peripheral
Your
vision.
blind spot, yeah. Eric, did that big offensive lineman have anything to say after his hit, or nice hit?
Yeah, after the game, I made sure I found him and told him it was a nice hit.
Do you think you guys surprised them at all with how physical you were? Do you think they expected that from you guys?
I don't know what was their mindset, but during the game, you can kind of see the game start to switch and the total take on them. We just keep coming, you know, one play after another. That's the best about being a part of Oregon. You know, you got players, you know, even your star players, you got people behind them that's still coming. So we all can just help each other out. So I think it shell shocked them a little bit.
Thanks, guys.
All right, appreciate it.
Nice man. Thanks. I got some books up here. Anybody didn't get one?